On the big stage here on the White Mackay Premier Darts League, of course, although this is the challenge match, best of 13. It is a massive occasion for Gary Anderson, who, as Dave Clark just mentioned, has qualified for the Blue Square UK Open at Bolton next month and hit a 9-darter recently in a Players' Championship in Derby. This guy can play big time.
Johnny here, Johnny Pond coming to the Omni now, 3-darts world champ. His best out in the Premier Dart League in the last week's election there. 6-3 down he was in the match there, and he eventually won it 8-6. That was against Mervyn King, who stepped up later against Taylor. And I'll let go, Nige. This kid is a thoroughbred. Great story about him. Playing with new darts tonight, lent him by his mate Billy Peake from his pub down in Somersetshire. Because 8 times he's got knocked out of the lakeside, and 8 times he's chucked his darts to sleep with a fish.
Yeah, 38 years old. Gary Anderson did well in the Grand Slam of darts in Wolverhampton. In the first year he got to the semi-final, and oh, what a start here for Gary Anderson. Just as I was saying there, he got to the semi-finals in the first year, repeated that in 2008, lost to Taylor and Jenkins respectively. But Anderson has the pedigree, has the quality, has the ability, and already has a 180 under his belt here.
And you're right about the pedigree, chum. In fact, he'll like having the hymns and arias lot here. His first big win in the 2001 Welsh Open. But this man is extremely experienced. 4,000 singers and darts nuts cheering him on. Nice cover shot, Nige.
John Park, yes, only a couple of wins in the next month as well. It's a big, big time in the career of Gary Anderson.
It's a big gig average as well, 115 at the moment, which is Taylor-esque. Showing his pedigree, now wanting tops. Dream start for the man they like to call Dream Boy. Crowd here used to cheering on the greats, Rees, Leighton Rees, Alan Evans, the greats of the game. Strutted their stuff down the airs from 1978 here in Cardiff.
Late start for Gary Anderson in terms of throwing darts, but my word, he's made rapid progress, hasn't he? John Part beating Terry Jenkins and Mervyn King in the Premier League. Also got to win over Wayne Mardle, which doesn't count, of course. And former world champion John Part will be disappointed, I guess, with his Premier League campaign. This man, though, turning on the style.
No wonder, absolutely out of his skull from May to August in 2007. Was the Scot won the International Darts League trophy with 18 180s in the final, 39 against Webster, we've just seen. Then went on later on to beat Taylor 7-3, despite 17 180s by Taylor. That is the class of the man in black. They're both in black. The Scot in black.
John Parr, well behind early on here in this challenge match. And Anderson looking for a 2-0 lead.
Treble 9's the start shot, just on the wire. Treble 10's a shot now. 2 16s. Clear they go! A lot of people thought he was a candidate for this year's Premier League. He looks to definitely laying down the market for next year's night.
Absolutely, Sid, and any nerves that he's had will have calmed down by now, because, well, whether you call him Dream Boy or the Flying Scotsman, he's off to a flying start. Gary Anderson here on the big stage, 2-0 ahead against a player of world-class ability in John Part. And look at this from Anderson, magnificent darts.
So smooth, and what an average. The Scot is flying on. Taylor-esque. Well, at the moment, Taylor's got the world record the other week, 2 weeks ago in Aberdeen, with 116 for one of these matches here in the Premier League. And Anderson is showing his 122.5 in the air. No, Part not even in the dog and second team standards, showing what he's made of, the Flying Scotsman.
John Part very firmly on the back foot early on here. Remember, the challenge match is the best of 13 legs. Anderson has made a fantastic start to this game. Look at his scoring here.
Well, so they knew excellent Darts magazine, Wheel of Darts, but he didn't play darts when he was 25, and wait for this. His first 3 throws, first time he ever picked up tungsten, Anderson, were 140, 140, 180. Talk about a natural.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff between these two, and Anderson now for 3-0. Tops he needs for a 3-0 lead. Slightly.
The 12-darter would have been taking this chance to show the Premier League stage what he is made of. At the moment, the man who wields the lightsaber has got to put 50 pence in the electricity meter.
Part bounces back with that dart. And it's a fair old start for this challenge match with this man, Gary Anderson. Very firmly the focus. And after a fantastic start with a 2-0 lead, Part back in it. Anderson a little bit astray with his first visit to the board in this leg of the game.
Well, that's what you'd expect when he borrows Billy Peak, one of the locals at his pub, the Wellington, in Rootsbridge in Somerset. But they are in fact Gary Anderson darts, as I say. 8 sets for any of you down from the green room. Metal detectors are at the bottom of the lake. Well, I remember a lot of people did make that lakeside semi-final in 2003. Beautiful first dart, perfectly weighted by Park, perfectly weighted. Stacker on the top of them. No bother! And this is only the pro cocktail before the championships.
Anderson comes back for more now. Oh, does he? That's a third 180 in the game for Gary Anderson.
Absolute scintillating hours here. Fitting in the heart of Wales. Last night of the regular Premier Darts League, these two gracing the hockey, and this man showed you what he is made of. Let's get a massive one of Park here then. 1,000 quid to the top score. 16 needed a kick-off. 3 times world champ. Beautiful last minute flick above the points. Beautiful straight dart. Bullseye!
How close was that for a 1-6-7 checkout? Brilliant. A wry smile from Gary Anderson. 74 needed for a 3-1 lead. But what an effort by John Part.
Welcome to the big time where the dogs of society howl, Gary! Party then, 2 darts, flat 9 to the left, to level it up in his Crackerama in Cardiff. Double it. 2 4, screen bet.
Now Anderson with a golden opportunity for 3-1 here. Tops he needs. Really great start to the game, but this could be a vital phase of the match for him. Needs to get this, and he gets it with his second